Hello children, we are going to discuss English language in today's assignment for class 6, and in the previous assignments we have already discussed tenses, present tense, and today we are going to discuss about past tense and future tense. So before doing that, let's revise the tenses. The tense of a verb indicates present, past and future time when the action of the verb is performed. Ram eats banana. Present tense, Ram ate banana. Past tense, Ram will eat banana. Future tense. So the action of the verb is changing continuously in all three sentences. So we have three tenses: past, present and future, out of which today we are going to discuss the past and future tense. And these three types have four forms each. The first is simple, second is continuous, third is perfect and fourth is perfect continuous. So let's discuss the past tense first. The past tense of the verb indicates the state, an action or an event that has happened in the past. We have the simple past tense. Simple past tense is used to refer the actions that were completed before the time of speaking. And we have the usage for the simple past tense. For an action that has already been completed, for actions that took place over a period of time in the past, to talk about past habits, and to make requests and ask questions. And the simple past tense takes the form of past form of the verb. That is, for example, the baby slept. So, slept is the past form of the verb for sleep. Then we have the second form of past tense, and that is past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used for an action that was continuing for some time in the past, and the usage for past continuous tense is for an action that started and continued for some time in the past, an earlier action when two past actions are described, and it takes the forms as was or were plus ing form of the verb. For example, she was dancing. They were dancing. So in this, we have taken was in the first sentence and were in the second. So at a time, we only have to take one, either was or were, depending upon the verb. Was plus dance, that is base form of the verb plus ing form. Then the third form comes past perfect tense. The past perfect tense denotes an action that was completed at a specific time in the past and before the beginning of another action. It takes the form had plus past participle form of the verb. Now let's discuss the usage for past perfect tense. It is used for an action which was completed in the past before another action began. A past action in the reported speech with some verbs such as hope, expect and think when we want to talk about a past hope, desire or intention. Now the past perfect tense takes the form as had plus past participle form of the verb. So it will give us, for example, the dog had dug a hole. Had plus past participle form of the verb. Then the last form, that is the past perfect continuous form. The past perfect continuous tense shows an action that continued for some time in the past before getting completed. And the usage for past perfect continuous tense comes for an action that began in the past and continued for a period of time before it was completed. And it takes the forms as had been plus ing form of the verb. So it will give us the bird had been building the nest for 2 days. So these are the four forms of past tense along with their forms. Now we are going to discuss the future tense. The future tense. The future tense of the verb indicates a state, an action or event that happens at a later point of time or in the future. The simple future tense is used to express something that will happen in the future. It is formed by adding will to the base form of the verb. And the usage for this is to predict an event in the immediate or near future, to express a decision or a willingness to do something, to make an offer or a suggestion, or to ask for advice or instructions. And the forms we get for simple future tense is will or shall. So here shall can also be used with base form of the verb. So here we have taken she will return after 1 hour. Now we have future continuous tense. Future continuous tense indicates an ongoing action that will take place in the future. Now this is formed by adding the future form of be verb with the present participle of the verb. Okay, but before that, let's understand the usage of this. It is used for an action that began in the future and continue for some time. And the forms we are going to get are will or shall plus be plus base form of the verb plus ing. So it will give us she will be meeting the children on Friday. Then we have the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense denotes an action that will be completed in the future. It takes the form will have plus past participle form of the verb. And the usage for this is it is used in a future activity that will be finished by or before a specific time in the future. And the forms we get in the future perfect tense is will or shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb. So it will give us by 4 o'clock tomorrow the train will have left. Then we have the last form of future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense expresses an ongoing action in the future that will continue till a specific time. And it takes the form will have been plus verb plus ing. So let's get to know about the usage for future perfect continuous tense. It is used in ongoing activity which has not yet been completed but will be at a specific time in the future. And the forms we get for this tense will or shall plus have been plus present participle form of the verb. So it will give us next month Kiran will have been taking singing lessons for 10 years. So children, now we have discussed the 3 types of tenses along with all their 4 forms. Hope you have understood the tenses. Thank you children.